3 o'clock. All right, we'll go ahead and call the meeting to order of the Board of County of Road Commissioners of the County of Kalamazoo for our October 21st, 3 p.m. meeting. The first order of business is the public comment guidelines. Ms. Ryder, please.
This meeting is being provided under Act 267 of the Public Acts of 1976 as amended, or commonly referred to as the Open Meetings Act. During public comment, participants will have the opportunity to address the board at the beginning of the meeting and at the end of the meeting for non-agenda items. Public comments should be provided at the podium in order to ensure proper audio. Public comments, statements, or questions shall be limited to not more than 3 minutes for each person addressing the board. To provide public comment by Zoom, use the raise hand feature in the Zoom application. The host will ask you to unmute. For telephone audio, use star 9. Use star 6 to toggle back and forth between mute and unmute. As you participate in the meeting, your microphone will be placed on mute. The chat feature shall only be used to address any technical issues for public participation.
Thank you. If you all rise, if you can, for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The goal of the Board of County Road Commissioners of the County of Kalamazoo is using our expertise, energy, and funds to provide the safest and most convenient road system possible, and to contribute to the economic development and high quality of life throughout the county. Our goal is to maintain a county road system that is safe and convenient for public travel, and to manage the roadside environment with a view towards preservation. The first item on the agenda is an approval of the agenda. A motion would be in order.
I'll make that motion, Thompson.
Support. We have a motion by Commissioner Thompson with support to approve the agenda as presented. Is there any discussion amongst the audience here in the building about the agenda, or online, or amongst commissioners? Hearing none. All in favor of approving the agenda as presented, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. The agenda is approved. Next is approval of the minutes of the August 7th regular board meeting and the October 10th team training and recognition day. A motion would be in order.
Moved by Stayhauer, with what comment? I was included as attending on the 10th, but I had to be absent in the end, so that's been corrected. Motion to approve the minutes then.
We have a motion by Vice Chair Stayhauer with support to approve the October 7th board meetings and the October 10th team training and recognition day, minus the attendance of Vice Chair Stayhauer, who was going to attend but at the last minute could not. Any corrections, additions, or deletions of the minutes of either of these meetings from the audience here in the building or online, or any other corrections, additions, or deletions from commissioners? Hearing none. All in favor of approving the October 7th and October 10th meetings, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Next is the approval of the payroll and vendor accounts. We had a payroll of $200,030.48 and vendor accounts payable of $1,048,536.24. A motion would be in order.
So moved, Thompson. Second.
We have a motion by Commissioner Thompson with support to approve the payroll and vendor accounts as presented. Is there any discussion amongst the audience here in the building or online? Or commissioners, any comments, questions, or comments about the payroll and vendor accounts? Hearing none. All in favor of approving, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Next is the approval of the expense reports for Commissioners Pulowski and Stayhauer. A motion would be in order.
So moved, Kennedy. Support.
We have a motion by Commissioner Kennedy with support to approve the expense reports of Commissioner Pulowski and Stayhauer. Is there any discussion amongst the audience here in the building or online, or amongst commissioners? Hearing none, all in favor of approving the expense reports of Commissioners Pulowski and Stayhour say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. That'll take us to our first comment on non-agenda items for public, the opportunity for the public to speak to the road commission on non-agenda items. If you have any comments, now is the time. You have 3 minutes. Please give us your name and address. Commissioner Gisler, stand by. We'll get you unmuted here. All right, there you go.
Can you hear me now, Chair?
Yes, we can.
Yes, this is a real rarity for me and any other elected politician. I have nothing to say today. I just wanted to assure you that's really the case. It does occasionally happen.
Very good.
And I won't have anything to say in the next session when I have that opportunity, but I'll just wave to you then.
Very good. Well, it's always good to have you here, Commissioner Gisler. Thank you for joining us. Is there any other public comment from anybody else on non-agenda items? Seeing and hearing none, we will move to new business. First item of new business is item A, the request approval of the Michigan Department of Transportation contract number 25-5441. Sub item A, detour route along 9th Street and Stadium Drive. Managing Director.
All right. Well, first of all, I just want to say thanks to our county engineer, Ryan Minkus, for spearheading this contract with MDOT. MDOT has, let me reframe that, Michigan Department of Transportation, MDOT, for the public, has a project coming up at the interchange of I-94 and US 131. Their plan is to construct a second northbound exit ramp lane on the US 131 from westbound I-94. In doing that, they're actually going to close that ramp and divert traffic onto our road system. So the detour for passenger type vehicles will be northbound 9th Street from I-94 and then Stadium Drive back east to get back onto US 131. So again, that's just passenger vehicles. Ryan, I understand truck traffic's going to actually use the ramp and turn around at 9th Street and go back east on I-94. That's correct, yes. So it's just passenger vehicle traffic, but heavy truck traffic has a different detour. But anyways, moving forward, working with Michigan Department of Transportation, and understanding that our system is going to take a toll due to this detour, they're offering up $150,000 for any future maintenance or reconstruction work that needs to be done on our system in that area due to the excessive damage from the additional vehicles. So this is simply a contract to accept those dollars, and once the project's over, we can use them on our road system to improve roads in that area. So with that, we recommend the board approve the Michigan Department of Transportation contract number 25-5441 for the detour route along 9th Street and Stadium Drive.
Okay, before we get into discussion, we'll take a motion and a second to get into this. Is there a motion? Is there support?
Second.
All right. Any discussion first amongst the audience here in the building about this detour or online? Any questions? Or amongst commissioners? Questions, comments? Vice Chair.
Well, in my memory, which could have gaps in it, but I don't recall contracts like this before. So I think it's good news. Glad to see they're going to help us with maintenance on those roads due to the extra traffic.
Commissioner Davis.
Here's what the timeline.
Time?
It's a next summer project. I don't know that we have the start date yet.
Ryan Minkus, County Engineer. Yeah, there's not a definitive start date for it, but I believe they said it was 45 to 60 days the ramp was going to be closed during next construction season. They are anticipating this being an early kind of season project, so starting April, May-ish of next year. So we would have time again during next construction season to evaluate the roads to see if we wanted to use these funds next year.
So, right, one more piece to that. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I understand that there also will be additional northbound lane to Stadium Drive as part of that project.
Yes, I'm not clear. I haven't seen the plans to go all the way to Stadium Drive, but I know because I'd heard in the past that there were limitations to the Parkview Bridge, right? That they might not be able to get a full lane under there, but they were doing work all the way up to Stadium, so I don't know if the lane's going to carry all the way through. But yes, the intent is they're going to carry an extra weave. They call it weave merge lane. Going up the hill to give people more space to kind of weave into traffic, that 2-lane traffic on 131. So right now that weave merge area is very short and it causes the backups onto 94 that can extend to West Midge and it can get pretty backed up there.
So just to make sure everyone understands, so cars going westbound on 94 will exit at 9th Street, go north on 9th, and then east on Stadium back to 131 North.
Correct.
Semi trucks will go south on 9th Street and loop right back onto the highway to go back
to the 131
eastbound.
interchange,
Yep.
and then take that loop ramp to head back north. Correct.
Right. Good. Any more questions or comments from commissioners? It's definitely a project that needs to be done. I drive it often. It's very, very tricky, so I'm glad MDOT is taking action. Okay. All in favor of approving item A, the approval of the MDOT contract 25-5441, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. Very good. That'll take us to item B, request approval of the Brady Township carryover local road contract. Item A, West Indian Lake Drive, drainage improvement HMA overlay managing director.
All right. I'm going to say this is potentially our last local road contract for the year. We are getting very late into the season, but understand this is also a contingency type contract. So there'll be work done this year on the project, but we probably won't get it finished until earlier next spring. So just gives us an opportunity to get started. We can do some tree removals. We might do some drainage improvements yet this fall, and then we'll pave this short segment of road, West Indian Lake Drive next summer. So with that, we request the board approve the Brady Township local road carryover contract for the chair's signature.
Motion would be in order.
So moved.
Is there support?
Support.
We have a motion by Vice Chair Stayhauer with support to approve the Brady Township carryover local road contract. Is there any discussion amongst the audience here in the building or online or amongst commissioners? Very good. I know it's something that Brady Township has a priority for. So I will say all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. That'll take us to item C, request to rescind the previous and approve the revised Climax Township local road contract, subset items A through G, managing director.
All right, this was a revision of the local road contract with Climax Township from earlier this spring. This is another one of those contracts where we are just eliminating the rubber modified chip seal project in this township, so we can finalize the contract for the year. So with that, we request the board rescind the previous and approve the revised Climax Township local road contract for the chair's signature.
Motion would be in order.
So moved. Thompson.
Is there support?
Support.
We have a motion by Commissioner Thompson with support to approve to rescind the previous and approve the revised Climax Township local road contract. Is there any discussion amongst the audience here in the building or online or amongst commissioners? Hearing none, all in favor of approving item C, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Motion carries. All right, that'll take us to our second public comment on non-agenda items. This is the last opportunity for the public to speak to the road commission on non-agenda items. Again, you have 3 minutes. Just give us your name and address. And I think Commissioner Gissler is just waving at us unless he wants something else to say. I think we're good. I know that sometimes the commissioner asks how much our expense reports were, so I will say that Commissioner Stayhower's was $130.20, and mine was $107.72 for the record, Commissioner Gissler. So just in case you were wondering. Any other public comments? Hearing none, that'll take us to Managing Director's time. Managing Director.
All right. I only have a few items this afternoon. First of all, we have some guests in the audience. So we have a couple of road maintenance operators I want to introduce. So we have Cole Vandy Bogart and Travis Tickellard. Did I say that right? All right.
Yeah, welcome.
So welcome to both those guys. Opportunity for them to come see a board meeting in action. So thanks for coming in today. You may have to. Mm-hmm. All right, and then just a couple dates. We have the Michigan Township Association annual banquet coming up on November 6th. That's at 6 p.m. At the Fountains in Parchment. Also on November 10th, we have our Southwest District Council meeting. That's at Allegheny County Road Commission. That's at 9 a.m. So just a couple events coming up in the near future. Other than that, I have nothing else unless there's questions for me.
Question for the Managing Director. Commissioners, comments? Commissioner Kennedy.
So can you tell me what they do unless I missed that? The gentleman that put up.
Absolutely. So both Cole and Travis are part of our road maintenance team. So their title is our road maintenance operators. These are the guys that patch the potholes, plow the snow, fix the guardrail, install culverts, pretty much whatever it takes. So they're also available after hours. They do take a lot of emergency calls for us.
Thank you and welcome. Thank you.
Vice Chair Stainer.
Nothing right now.
Okay. Any other questions or comments for the Managing Director from Commissioners? Just maybe an update on our MDOT thing. I know we're still waiting for
our funding.
Yes.
Yeah, I need to talk about that. So real briefly, I do not have a lot to share as anything new and different from the last board meeting 2 weeks ago. But I can reiterate a little bit from where we've come anyway. So there is a new road funding package that's been approved at the state level. It means to us here in Kalamazoo County at the Road Commission, we think around $8.1 million, more than what we currently are seeing in MTF in 2025. That's a little misleading because the numbers they share are from 2024 to 2026. So, but we think it's about 8.1 million. The lion's share of that is neighborhood road fund dollars. So those are dollars that we can put out on the local road system that don't require a match. So that's something that we're looking at as part of our work session coming up here shortly. There are no other details at this point. We're hoping, we understand we're having a meeting, a webinar type meeting with MDOT. They're saying early November.
Okay.
They haven't given us a date or time yet. To better understand the details of what this means when the dollars are available, if there's any strings tied to it, and where we can use the money, which gives us a really tight window when we're trying to prepare a draft budget in a work session shortly thereafter. So I'm just hoping MDOT's on schedule so we have some good concrete news to share with the board come time for our work session. So cross your fingers because the time's tight for us to get an approved budget by the end of the year if we keep delaying our work session.
Very good. Any other questions for the Managing Director from Commissioners? Hearing none. So I guess just my message to Commissioners is don't spend the money yet. we still got to figure out how to spend it and what we got to spend it on, and all the goodies and guidance and strings and whatnot. So, but it's good news and it's a good day, and a better to be in this position than the other position. So, very good. All right.
I guess I do have one
Yes,
question.
sure.
Do we have a full copy of the legislation that was passed on the funding? Has it come into our office yet?
I do not receive it. CRA would have it, and we could get a copy of it.
I'd love to see a copy of that.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. We can get that.
Okay, thank you.
And if there's other commissioners that like the full copy of the bill too, we can
As well. Yep.
distribute it. We'll do it by email.
Yep.
Okay.
As long as it's not like that.
I'm sure it will be.
It will be.
It
We should
really
just have
is.
one available here. We can come and look at it.
You're asking for electronic.
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yes, it's never simple, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Any other, before we move on to commissioner time, we'll move on to commissioner's time. All right, commissioner's time and committee reports. Commissioner Kennedy, any reports to give?
Yes. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
So I had the honor to go to Schoolcraft Township, Prairie Round Township, Rond,
Yep.
okay, and Pavilion Township. And I appreciate the welcome I received in all three of those townships. And they understood that my being there wasn't really a checks and balances kind of thing. It was just an opportunity to let them know that we here at the Kalamazoo Road Commission really appreciate their partnership, and I wanted to make sure that I would bring back any feedback that they have. So I appreciate the welcome, and I look forward to additional meetings down the road. So thank you for that. The other thing I have to share is that November 11th is Veterans Day, and I wanted to be sure that the county knew, our residents knew that there is a really huge event taking place at the Armory. I believe that's Oakland Drive. I've never been to the National Guard Armory, so 11th Street, thank you, and Parkview. I will have to go there. And we have, like, Speaker Hall is coming, and we have a Veteran of the Year designation being given to a veteran within Kalamazoo County. We have support from, State Representative Julie Rogers' office, State Senator McCann's office. I'm not name dropping. I'm just saying that it's going to be a busy day, and it's a nice opportunity for us to see our elected officials champion our veterans. So if the community knows of a veteran, if you have a neighbor that's a veteran or someone in need of support and help, there will be resources also available at this armory. Please grab your neighbor, grab a veteran, and come on and learn about the veterans within Kalamazoo County if you have that opportunity. And that's at 2 o'clock on November 11th. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Commissioner Kennedy. Commissioner Davis.
Thank you. I had the opportunity to speak with several of the township supervisors that I'm usually working with, and there's a general sense of apprehension about what's happening with all these new funds and how the neighborhood money, whether that's going to be available for the townships or for villages or where this is all going. So there's a lot of homework I think we're going to have to do to help them understand how we can work together with some of the new funding. There's some fear that they might not even be able to, like we'll have all this money and they won't be able to match. And there's just going to, be some mismatch between how we're going forward. So I think it's going to be incumbent on us to continue to reach out to the townships. I know the staff does a great job of that, and help them understand this new legislation and how it's going to help us improve the roads. And but we're going to have to do it. But there's going to be a lot of communication, I think, and education that's going to have to go along with that. But, thanks.
Yep. Thank you very much, Commissioner Davis. Yes, appreciate your comments. Commissioner Thompson.
Yes, I made the Cooper Township last board meeting, and also Climax Township. And then last Thursday, I was at the Kalamazoo County Board of Public Works, and there was basically a lengthy discussion on the Ashmo Township Sewer Project proposed bond. There was a bunch of discussion and questions, and that'll be going back at our next meeting on that. That's really all I have.
Very good, thank you. Vice Chair Stayhauer.
Good afternoon. I was able to attend the Ostrimo meeting the 14th, Ostrimo Township that is, and they're in their budget review mode right now. I see the supervisor there and
Thanks for
the
joining
Public
us.
Works Director. Well, obviously they have a lot of things that engage them with roads in Kalamazoo County, their roads in their township. So I heard some of their concerns. There's no doubt more. Also was at the supervisors meeting on October 15, and they're the concern of how the new road funding bill is going to impact what resources go into local roads. So we're looking forward to working on that with our township partners and staff. And in a few weeks, we hope to have our budget workshop and move into our planning for next year. They're already moved into that planning, but bring the board up to speed and to take into account these new factors. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Chair. Yes, it's on the road funding and working with our townships. So yes, so the first thing is we want to look at this road funding as in addition to, not a substitute of. That's the key thing. The 8 million plus that we're going to get is nowhere near the tens of millions we actually need to keep the road system up to par. So we're going to have to parse this money wisely and frugally. So, but yes, more to come and more education to come. Yes, and we definitely going to need our township supervisors to work with us and moving forward in our township boards as well. So, thank you. Managing director evaluations. It's that time of year where the road commissioners evaluate the managing director. This is a once a year thing that we do. Of course, managing director is the only employee of the board of road commissioners, and we're here to evaluate them. Our HR director Debbie Hill should have emailed you a managing director's evaluation form. If you didn't get it in the last few days, let us know or let Deb know, and she'll get that to you as well. But let's try to do that over the next 30 days, 4 weeks, 5 weeks time period to look at it, go through it, try to turn them back in around the Thanksgiving time frame so that we have this all wrapped up and done by the end of the year and no loose ends so that we go into the new year fresh and on time. So that's my directive to my fellow road commissioners. If you could do that over the next few weeks, and we'll remind everyone in 2 weeks as well. So we did plan on having our board work session, but it looks like that might be delayed. So stay tuned for information on that, and also why we wait to hear from NDOT how we can spend this money. It might be best that we hold off till we hear from them anyways. So other than that, I'm looking forward to the Michigan Township Association banquet at the Fountains. I know all of us are going to be attending except Vice Chair Stayhauer is going to be out of town, but the rest of us will be there. So it should be a good turnout and looking forward to it as well. The Southwest District Council meetings right after that. I will not be attending that, but I know Commissioner Thompson will be there for us. So, and just a reminder that Commissioner Stayhauer will be absent the November 4th meeting, and I will be absent the November 18th meeting. So, if there's no other business to come before the Road Commission, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
So moved.
I'll second.
We have a motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed say no. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you all, folks.
I saw it.
There were snowballs.
Yeah, I saw
That was so
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm trying to make these bills. We had other resources that we dig into.
Oh, okay. I think I got it. Don't, not yet.